Hello Cancer, hello and welcome into your tarot card reading for the third week of August. This tarot forecast is covering 15th to 22nd of August. So Cancer, what do we have here? We have the main energy of this week is Temperance. Then we have a Page of Swords. We have Mr. Devil. Next to it we have a Judgment. In terms of potential obstacles, we have a King of Cups. Potential opportunities is the Queen of Swords, and the best way forward is the Five of Swords, and over here is additional commentary. So, Cancer, the third week of August, that's going to be a very interesting week. Temperance is talking about finding the right way. It's about working through issues and balancing things out. You know, in its essence, talks about mixing, matching, alchemy in general, but it's about working through the issues and understanding and exploring different way of addressing them. And maybe if the certain things haven't worked in the past, it's about looking into the possibilities of addressing them by using different methods and tactics. Then we have Page of Swords, Mr. Devil, and Judgment. They actually go this way. Devil is very persistent. Devil is very persistent. And when I say look into the issues, you have straight away underneath it, you have Mr. Devil. And Devil is talking about addictions, type of behaviors, patterns of behaviors that are not very healthy. And that might be very difficult. You might find on the edge. You might find yourself being on the edge when this is being discussed, or if that is something that if that is regarding someone else. Because what I'm hearing, for one, this is involving you, but for other, is involving somebody else. So it's almost you might be involved in some kind of situation where either person you are involved have issues and you have issues as well, but it's to recognize your own patterns and your own behaviors, and then to realize that another person issues, they're not your issues, they're not your concerns, and it's not for you to carry this burden. And the minute when you're going to realize that this is not yours, you have yours, and you're responsible for them, it's going to be a revelation that's going to be very poignant moment, and you're going to feel a great deal of relief. And maybe somebody going to point this out to you, but maybe you yourself, within yourself, going to come to that kind of conclusion. So it's almost looking into your own behaviors, your own boundaries, and as well as others, and kind of realizing what is the root cause and for what you're responsible and for what part you bear no responsibility. In terms of potential obstacles, we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is either someone or you being over emotional and overreacting. And this is, and not actually committed. It's like saying one thing but actually not wanting to do it. And then in terms of potential opportunities, here is Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, as you can see, she is pointing towards the Five of Swords over here. So Queen of Swords might be representing a person, personality, energy. Queen of Swords is very analytical. She's very she cuts through the bullshit. She knows what is what, and she sees things for what they are. So opportunity for you is to see for things what they are, and she's bearing a sword. And this in particular case, the sword, and I'm going to show you, is the Ace of Swords, and presumably that's what the opportunity here is for you, to cut off certain things, certain people, certain behaviors from your life. Let me find it, if I can find it, because sometimes what you're looking for is difficult to find. Hold on. I just hope I can show you this. If not, I'll give up. Oh, it was nearly on the end. So you see, she's bearing this sword, and the opportunity here is to see where you're going and know what kind of actions you have to take, and not be afraid of taking those actions. However, having said that, in terms of best way forward is 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords is indicating inner struggle, internal conflicts, and internal conflicts. You might be dealing with people that you might be disappointed with them by the way how they behave, how they react. They might be not supportive for one hand, but for other hand is to be careful to not put be very, how to put it, mindful of what you say. And even though somebody deserves to be told off, it's what this card is calling for you being assertive, for you not necessarily going full throttle and tell them what you think. It's about not putting food into your mouth, because you might be sorry or you might be regretting this, and you might end up in a situation that your reaction to the situation actually might be, even though they deserved it, there might be overreaction over here. So you might be dealing with someone who might have a very adverse reaction to what you're going to say. So the suggested best way forward over here is to pick your battles carefully. You don't have to broadcast exactly and precisely what you're thinking or what you're feeling. Keep it to yourself, be assertive, and don't fuel any conflicts. Try to avoid conflicts and not get yourself involved in them. What is additional commentary over here? You have to focus on yourself and your own needs, what is right for you, and other things will follow. When you're going to know what is right for you, what suits your needs and what suits your way of being, I'm hearing, things are going to fall into the place. Okay, Cancer, that was a very interesting read. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in. If this reading has resonated with you, please let me know by commenting, liking and subscribing. Thank you ever so much. Have a smashing week ahead, and hopefully we shall speak soon. You take care. Bye.